right, and then again, I think you guys are going to be surprised. Like I made these two the other day, and you can see they're a little bit different. This was done the week before, but once the handle's on and you glaze them the same, it's really going to unify them quite a bit. Okay, so let's get going. Again, 1.25 pounds. Okay, guys, we're starting with our cylinder. Okay, so again, apply some pressure downward, seal that to the wheel head. And again, I don't know if any of you guys are doing this, but I'll always cone the clay up and push it forward and back down. All right. So in centering, I'm going to try to, again, just remember, you know, the feel and shape of the mass in doing so. And again, think cylinder, guys. We're going to open, 2 thumbs right down the middle. Go as far as you feel comfortable. I'm not going to open it that far. I'm going to come to this side because I prefer to open in this manner. We're going to press down, work my way down. And then you guys, because it's a cup, you don't want that bottom too thick because that's just going to be a lot of excessive weight. Okay, we don't want our cup to be too heavy. So it came down, and that's I don't know what, maybe 3/8 of an inch. Okay, that's actually more than enough. So we're here again, just like our cylinder. We're going to open. This piece is giving me a hard time. I don't know if I have an air bubble in here or what, but. So you get to watch me struggle with this one a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to open to my desired width, which is, you know, probably 4 fingers. Okay, and what do I do after opening? Anyone?
A little long.
Right before we lift, what do we need to do? Doing it right now. So we're compressing the bottom, which is also smoothing it. Okay. Now again, because we weighed our clay, you guys, our goal is to use all of it, not have to cut any off the needle tool, and not have to, you know, cut any off the side, whatnot. Okay? So what I'm concentrating on right now is keeping my interior diameter the same. Meaning, when I push in from the outside right here, there's my fingers meeting. When I don't want my interior diameter, the base, to get any more narrow. Just kind of had to concentrate a little bit there. You can see that rim's a little off. There's something going on here. But now what I'm going to do in regards to trying to make that one the same as this is I'm going to throw this cylinder to what I call where I'm like comfortable in regards to getting the thickness out of the bottom. So I'm going to go with one more pull. It'll probably be my last one. Again, applying a little pressure from the bottom. My fingers met. Notice I'm still using my thumb here. Okay, and I'm going to work my way up to the top. Now, I would prefer not to have to do this, but I'm going to have to cut this top. Alright, so now on to the next part, right? Here we are, we've got our cylinder. We're going to compress. Okay, so again, using the edge of my rib, the hand's going to come down the inside. Look how I'm using the rib. Clay is going to just be passing by it. Reaching on the inside, compressing. Again, I'm pushing in from the outside, pushing out from the inside, and just making this go straight up and down. Nice vertical cylinder. Okay, so this compression, you guys, why do we compress? Think of the clay particles are kind of like, they're loose. Okay, we go in and compress them and makes them real tight, And then, because right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in and shape the cup, which is going to kind of loosen them up again. Okay? Same concept with them. Okay? And I'm going to go down to the bottom. Now I like to kind of put my thumbs together like this. I'm all the way down at the base, pushing out. Now again, my finger out here is not applying pressure where it thins the wall, but just supporting it. You can see I just kind of created a belly, real subtle. We're going to push it a little bit more now. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at the profile of the cup, or like the, you know, the silhouette. I'm looking at that right there. Okay, we'll go one more time. Do these ever collapse? Sure they do. Now this one's going to be a little bit more bulbous, I would say, than those others here. Okay. Now I've got some water on the inside. I was talking to a student earlier. Guys don't want too much water in there. Okay. So we'll dry that out. And we talked about this a bit last, I think maybe with bowls, or maybe it was with the cylinders, but I'm going to collar this. So again, come in with my fingertips and my thumbs. Just kind of bring that up a little bit. Okay?
And we're almost done.
Another way to shape, if you're interested, you can come to the inside. You could use the edge of your rib. And not only am I going to be smoothing and compressing, but you can apply a little pressure and use the edge of that rib to shape. Yeah, that was pretty subtle. Okay? This is not a requirement at all. I like to kind of come in and I use the edge of this wooden rib. I think you guys have one of those. You guys want to make sure you use a chamois, because this thing's going to be, hopefully you'll be using it and going up to your mouth, so you want that rim to be nice and smooth. Okay, so you want to use your chamois. Okay, and we're going to come down here. And you guys, the reason again we're doing this sequence, this order, if you would, from cylinder to bowl to cup, because after cup we're going to be trying to make taller cylinders so we can make a base and a pitcher. And we've got our pitchers right up there. Okay. So you can see I trimmed this one today. You can see kind of how I resolved the foot, and it's got a handle on it. Okay. Wires nice and tight. 1, 2. All right. Questions? Lindsay, come on. You never know if you don't ask, right? You guys, cups are tough. Not only because I'm asking you to try to make them like as similar as you can, but you know, you interact with them. You hold them, right? Your bowl, you may make a bowl and you may not touch it for a month. It's got fruit in it or whatever, and you don't. But a cup, you're engaging with it, and so you're going to want it to be a nice weight. You're not going to want it to be heavy on the bottom. You're going to want a nice handle and all of those things. So again, I think cups are really quite challenging. So when I find a nice cup, and if any of you guys have a favorite cup, it's probably because the way it feels in your hands as opposed to the image on it, if it has an image or whatever. But that's how mine are. My favorite cups are the ones that feel good. and or I've had friends make them. But anyhow, okay, so look, we're opening again. Now, because I'm trying to make a set, I want to try to, again, use all my clay in the same manner I did the previous cut. So we check the thickness, and again, I'm a little bit thinner this time. Open. Do my best to open to the same diameter. Compress. This piece feels better than that last one. That one made me work a little bit. So we're, again, compressing. Do all these steps make more sense now that you guys have been doing this a couple more weeks? Demonstration's kind of a little bit more clear. You're like, oh, that's why he's doing that. Again, let me know if you guys have questions. Fingertips to the inside. Now, again, what I'm doing here, applying it pressure from the outside. Look, my undercut, my fingertips come up, meets my fingers on the inside. And you guys, again, I'm concentrating on keeping the wall on the interior nice and straight. So this is 1.25 pounds. I want you guys to keep that in mind. And the reason I want you to keep that in mind is in regards to the scale of the cups you may want to make. Remember, it's going to shrink about 1/5 of its size, and perhaps, but not for sure, I may throw thinner than you. I've seen some people throwing pretty thin also, but just keep that in mind. That's another reason I think cups are difficult, is because they seem so big when I'm making them. You just always have to remember they're going to shrink. Okay, so I'm happy with the thickness here, I think. Maybe I'll go one more full. Looks like it feels a little short. Okay, undercut. Comes up, there's my fingers on the inside. Alright, and we'll come to the rib, okay? Edge of the rib, clean rib. Pushing in from the outside, out from the inside. Nice and straight, getting that compression. Careful cleaning these things off. Okay, again down to the bottom. And you guys, when you're doing this, you want to do this gradually. You don't want to just go right all the way your first pass, try to open it. So again, we're just gradually opening. Okay, a little bit further on this one. So you guys, what's happening to the clay ball as I push it out? It's getting thinner. Okay, so that's why you don't want your this one's going to be bigger than that one, isn't it? Okay. Try the interior again. Almost done. So again, collaring, fingertips and thumbs. I like to actually use my knuckle here too. Go like that. Okay, I'm going to come in, again, I like to use the corner of this little thing, and you'll notice on the cup I did today that has the handle on it, this is an area where I end up connecting the handle, and again it defines the body of the cup from the rim. Okay, paper towel. So you guys can see the difference over there. Okay, so again, not that matching, right? But again, with the I did better last week. But anyway, that's what we're going for. Okay. Questions? You guys are good. Okay.